Hello and welcome to David's World, and it's time for a rant. And once again, it's the councils and another bit of stupidity that they are now doing. And it seems that they said that they've been doing it for the last, technically, since the beginning of lockdown. And that bit of stupidity was, I had some rubbish to go to the skip, the recycling centre, whatever you want to call it, but the council run dump. Okay, now I put it all in the car yesterday and went yesterday, just to find out that you have to go on specific days. Odd days you go on one day, even days you go on another. No sudden point to that in the first place, you know. So I could only go today, Thursday, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. Is that, are we, no, still doesn't sound right. Well, put this way, it's Thursday the day, and I could get in today. But the thing comes is that I'm just thinking that you might only be off at the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So you do some tidying up, and then you finish, and it's too late to take it to the dump. Which means that if your registration number's wrong, you won't be able to take it to the dump until the following week, when you're next off again. So you've got to keep all this rubbish in your house until the following week so you can take it to the dump to get rid of it. Does anyone see a problem with that? Not only that it's become immensely inconvenient, that you can't just get the stuff put in and go along. No, it's not reducing how many people take rubbish to the dump. It's reducing which days they can go on to take their rubbish to the dump. But it also opens up to a much wider problem. Say I filled my car yesterday, as I did, and I went to the dump just to find out, no, you can't come in, your registration number's not odd, so you have to come back tomorrow. Or some people might go, bugger this for a bag of chips, find some nice quiet space and empty their car there and dump the bloody stuff, because it's ridiculous. Because it's not just that. Have you worked out the other thing? That now you need to have a man at the gate inspecting every car that comes, whether it can enter or not. But it goes further than that. You have to show them ID. What are you doing? Are you trying to get into a bloody nuclear power station that you've got to show ID to drop your rubbish off? All the dumps are all run by the council. So whether you take it to this dump or this dump, it shouldn't make any difference, because they're all going to end up in the same place and it's all covered by the same council and the same government. So what's the point? It's bad enough that you're stuck to only going on certain days to get rid of your rubbish. But now you've got to remember to take ID with you. And it was luckily I had the phone and I took a picture of my driving licence, because I had to send it off, that I had a picture of my driving licence that I could show the idiot on the gate. Is this just me just having a rant? But is this not just stupid? Because you have a man who has to inspect at the gate, who you have to pay wages to, and when he leaves, somebody else has to take his place as long as the site is open for. So instead of them doing something else that would be more important, they have to come and have a look and see if your car can physically come in. It is stupid. Now, you can comment down below if you don't think it's stupid and try and find me some reason why this is such a good idea. That in Scotland, you don't do that. So if you live in Scotland, you can go any time to any dump. You don't show ID, you can throw your rubbish out. Because I had some, when I went to the caravan, I had some small amount of stuff that I needed to get rid of. So I took it. Nobody came up and said, your car's got the wrong registration number, or can I see ID? Nobody. So why is the council now doing it? What do you imagine that? Look, people are getting rubbish from Poland. They're bringing it here, and people in Britain are now taking it to the UK dump. Is that what you think's happening? You're an idiot, council. I just can see that anyone who goes will be immensely pissed off. And the thing comes is that he says, we told everyone. We put it on Twitter and Facebook. Okay, everyone now, in the comments, do you have a Facebook or Twitter link to your local council refuge rubbish place at all? Put your hand up if you do. Because I would think not a lot. But the thing comes is that to get into our recycling place, we have to go down a road which technically ends up being a dead end. So therefore, not a lot of traffic goes down because it goes and hits the quay, which means that it changes to a bus lane only and you have to virtually turn round. So it doesn't go anywhere. There's a few houses that cut off from it. But on the whole, most vehicles do not drive down that road. So they cannot see the sign that says you have to be odd or even. Yet there is a main road which runs along the top of the road. Why didn't they put a bloody signage up saying that in the first place? Physically, they've done this sneakily, and then when people come, there's so few that are dropping stuff. I haven't been to the skip for ages. You know, it's not something that you frequent on a regular basis, is it? You know, it's not like going to the pub, you know. So, but then again, you're technically sneaking in something. We've had the ID for 15 months. Technically, since the beginning of lockdown. We've had the number things for the same length of time since the beginning of lockdown. Now, you could understand a bit that we want to restrict how many cars come in during lockdown to have less people. But that doesn't work really in the rubbish place because there's plenty of room. Yeah, it's not a shop, it's open. Yeah. And I just can't see any logic to what they are doing. It doesn't reduce the amount of rubbish that gets thrown out. It reduces how many people turn up on certain days. And the more people who have an odd or even number car, it could be busy one day and more quieter the next. If you take it, we're in 2022, so coming up. So when everyone has 2022 cars, brand new, none of them, all of them will end up at the tip, all on the same day. Ooh, convention. I do not see the point to it. There is no reason. If you have rubbish that has to go to the skip, you'll take it to the skip. But now you have to make sure you have the correct day to take it on. And that is the stupid part. So, dumbness. So that's my rant. And comment down below what you think. It's really stupid. And if you are not told, which I had no idea, if they put it in the newspaper, they must have made it so really small that no one could read it. But then they're bringing out, I got my yearly bin list. Well, my yearly bin list is for last year that they put through the door. So, no idea. But there's nothing on that. There's nothing written on that. Well, since I got last year's, you know, and it probably wouldn't be on last year's. But since I didn't get this year's, if they've written on that, then that would have been something. But I don't know because I haven't got this year's bin list. So I have no idea, you know. So, another council cock-up. It is not saving money in any way. There is no way that this way is saving any money or reducing any waste that's being taken. What it is doing, or what it possibly can do, is increase the chance of dumping, because people have spent all the time loading their vehicle to arrive at the place to dump it, and they can't, and they have to drive all the way back, which means using fuel, which means it costs money to come back and forward, and then have to come back the next day when it may not be convenient because they may be working. So what do you expect the people to do? The likelihood is that they will get paid off and they'll just go and dump it somewhere. So, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.